Welcome to Share Talk, the only podcast where investors come first.
Hello and welcome to Share Talk. Today I'm joined by Bert Monro, who is CEO at Cora Gold. How are you today, Bert?
Very good, thanks, Zach. Thanks for having me on.
Right, Cora Gold. The clue is probably in the name, but could you tell us a little bit about what the company does and where you are in your particular cycle?
Yeah, sure thing. Cora Gold is an AIM-listed gold company. We've got about 1,200 square kilometres of ground in West Africa, so a really large exploration landholding, predominantly in Mali, but also in Senegal. Our main project's called Sanankoro. We delivered a scoping study on it at the start of the year, which shows over 100% IRR, around $25 million a year of free cash flow at about a $1,500 gold price. So at today's gold price, looking even better. Our strategy is to grow our resources and deliver a feasibility study on the project before the end of next year, which would enable us to move hopefully into construction the year after. And earlier this year, we signed a conditional funding package for over $20 million with one of our largest shareholders, or a group linked with one of our largest shareholders, which would, on the basis of our scoping study earlier this year, fully finance us if our DFS comes through with the same outcome. So had a really good few months of progress, some good results, and obviously looking forward to continuing the progress, really.
And today's news, could you run us through that?
Yeah, I'll try not to get too technical on you, Zach, but essentially it was some metallurgical testwork results. So basically looking at how much of your gold you can recover. And I think the real big advantage we had from these results, which was building on results we had last year as part of the scoping study, is that we've shown that you can recover the gold quickly, and you can recover it with using less cyanide than we'd previously been using in the earlier test work. So I guess the significance of that is that you should be able to have a lower capex and a lower operating cost, because you can ultimately build a slightly smaller plant, and you should be able to process the gold quicker. So those are really the two big advantages on the back of the results today.
And I mean, there's clearly a gold rush in the mining sector at the moment, and lots of small cap mining groups coming through and getting more visible. What's the difference between Cora and the next 10-20 million pound market cap gold company? What do you think your advantages are over, let's say, or why people would look at you rather than any other company?
Yeah, if you'll allow me to, I'll give one sort of technical and one corporate, if that's okay. Yeah. So my first one would be technical, which is our project is, we believe, very low risk and very straightforward. We've got a large oxide system, so essentially a free digging material which should be cheap to mine and cheap to process. So we're looking to develop a low technical risk project, and we've got a lot of ground and a huge potential to grow it. So that's the first one. And I think secondly, corporately, I think we've got a pretty unique share register. You've got our two largest shareholders are essentially the Quirk family, who are a very large South African mining family who have been involved in a number of multi-billion-dollar companies before. And then you've got Michael Farmer, who's the co-founder of Red Kite Mine Finance business. So you've got some large shareholders who have been involved in building, developing, and running operating gold mines as significant investors in the past. So I think that probably marks out us from a shareholder perspective to other £20 million companies quite significantly in terms of the register. And then obviously in terms of the project itself, we believe we've got a very good project which has got great potential to be a highly profitable mine.
So, I mean, it sounds to me, just in your initial run through, that you've got most of you've got everything covered in terms of the funding, the costs, you've got the timeline in terms of what you're going to be doing, which is not too long, not too far away, etc., etc. Is that really where you are at the moment? You're sort of ready and primed for the next stage?
Yeah, look, I don't want to count too many chickens too quickly, Zach, but I think we're in a pretty good place. Yeah, we've got a good cash position. We've got a great funding package lined up for the end of the DFS when it's completed. We've just hired a new head of exploration who's got 30 million ounces of discovery and development to his CV. So I think, yeah, things have been going really well, which has been great, and a testament to the sort of hard work of the team, really, not me. And yeah, looking forward with a 6-month or an 18-month view, there should be kind of loads of exciting milestones to knock off in terms of, growing out the resources and moving into a feasibility study and getting to the point of being build ready, hopefully.
Bert Monro, CEO at Cora Gold, thank you very much indeed. Pleasure.
Thanks a lot, Zach.
Thank you for listening. Remember to visit our website for more news and other podcasts at www.share-talk.com.